Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here with a video to show you guys this foundation that just might be the miracle worker, especially for us girls with the oily skin, oily T-zones. This is a mattifying liquid to powder foundation. It's pretty innovative and it is by Hourglass. So most people know Hourglass for the ambient light highlighters, or they're more like a skin finish. They're not like true highlighters. And their blushes and things like that. This is probably the cult favorite from this brand. However, this foundation is a new product that I was sent to try, and I have to say, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Especially for us girls with oily skin. You know, I have not found any foundation or product that has really kept the oil away. And things are falling, but that's okay. We're going to keep going. But yeah, so this one is called Immaculate. And it is a liquid powder foundation. So basically it's a liquid that turns into a powder, and it is mattifying and it's oil free. And I use the shade Warm Beige. I was sent two shades, Warm Beige and Sable. But the Warm Beige really fits my skin tone the best. I am an NC44, if you are wondering, Makeup Forever 173. Yeah, so those are the two that I use the most. Most people know, to test against. So, yeah, I have had on this foundation for like, I don't know how long, maybe 4 or 5 hours. I've recorded some other tutorials. This tutorial for this look here, there will be a video for that, hair tutorials and things like that. So I've been recording for a couple of hours now, and I've had this foundation on, and so while I might look a little tired, it has nothing to do with the foundation. That is just my old age. But this foundation, however, is holding up really nicely, especially in all of the lights, hot lights. My room is very warm from the lights. I've even kind of, I'm like a little sweaty from sitting under all these lights. I'm really warm, and I'm not like all super shiny and oily. This is, like 5 hours later, 4 or 5 hours later. So I'm really impressed with how long it stays very matte, and, keeping the oil away. So there are about 16 shades, which isn't a ton of shades. Clearly, they're always lacking in the much more deeper skin tones. However, hopefully those will come along. They do have a good range, just not 30. 16 is not a terrible amount of shades. So hopefully there's one that matches your skin tone. Again, I am in Warm Beige, and I think Sable, a touch of Sable is good. Like in the summer, I'm getting a little bit more pale. I'm losing all of my tan, a good tan from the summer. So obviously I'm a little more lighter. So, this Warm Beige is working out perfectly. Now, I will say that this foundation does have, some caveats. It's not like your typical foundation because it is a liquid powder. You have to work with it really, really quickly. They do sell like a kabuki style brush, but I've been using the Real Techniques a buffer brush, this one here. And as you can see, there's no leftover liquidy foundation left on here. Typically if I was to use a liquid foundation, it would make all of the bristles stick together, things like that, but not with this. It turns to powder very quickly, and you want to do a buffing motion here. So that's the texture of it, and I'm gonna buff it out on my hand here, but it buffs out really quickly, and it dries really fast. So you're gonna have to work quickly with it. You don't want it to wait too long. You don't want it to just sit like a liquid foundation typically would, but you just buff it out just like that. And you can even see on my hand, just a really, really nice foundation. It's super lightweight. It dries really, really quickly, and you don't feel like you have foundation on. I'm not a big powder person. I've never worn like powder foundation. I just feel like you have to touch it up a whole lot, and the oil gets in there and it just becomes a mess. So this is like a perfect combination of the two. They got it right. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I feel like they really got it right on this particular one. There have been several iterations of this type of foundation, but I think they kind of hit the nail on the head with it. I think the only problem that some people may have is not finding a shade. But other than that, I love it. Now, if you have dry skin, you might not like it, but especially for us oily girls, we need something mattifying. So you can find this at Sephora, of course. Sephora online or your local Sephora if they carry it. And they have their own website, obviously Hourglass. So all the information will be in the description box. It does retail for $55, which may be a little pricey. However, if you if you feel like investing in a good foundation, a mattifying one, and you are looking to spend a little money and you don't mind, I would say try this one out. Obviously, a lot of other designer label foundations run for the same amount of money. If you're willing to splurge a bit on a really good foundation that you're going to keep for formal events or any, weddings, things like that, things where you want to stay as matte as possible for the long amount of time, I say go ahead and get this one. Again, I don't use it every single day. It is pretty pricey, so I would, recommend using this obviously for like times that you really need to stay matte throughout the day. But yeah, if you have any questions about it, just let me know. All the information will be in the description box, of course. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.